Me did the young antechua, and maybe I'm discovered for Europe. I come a for Ghana. No, me used to tap send, tap send. No fee mobile money transfer. Aye easy, aye convenient, aye fast, and sounds so free. Won't you share? Me discover aye map tap send. Intienne, also download the Taptap Send app no ever mobile phone so free. Na first ka come abusuya for Ghana for na Taptap Send. Papa no.
Pacho Taptap Send no fee mobile app phone. Okay, great. Na me bisa say me ba penny person was sending me sika bebre anu so betimi abegu me phone so te say ba akona. Sa metimi ayi wo me phone so. Usisikase or say 5,764,000 pounds and dollars. Meti me a yisika bia any tap for me too much. You guys are amazing. Obasu su cambro for na maintaining baby sa miss Rogi ma juana block on ma members and members and this cover tap so nanka bring ye when ni said munya ne sawa. Oh no, Kajwa, me mafia ne pa, and on danche, me mamunina fishiapa,
Taptap Send no fee mobile money.
Are you ready for the ultimate property and lifestyle experience? Get ready for the Ghana Property and Lifestyle Expo 2023, coming to 2 exciting locations. Join us in London on the 11th and 12th of November, where leading reputable real estate developers will be waiting to meet you face to face. Be inspired by industry experts as they provide thought-provoking panel discussions and live Q&A sessions. And finally, mark your calendars for the 16th and 17th of December when the Expo lands in Accra, Ghana. Experience the vibrant lifestyle and rich culture of Ghana while exploring investment opportunities in the thriving real estate market. Our expo will also feature exhibitors ranging from banking and legal services to estate and property management. Get all the support and information you need under one roof. So whether you're looking to invest, visit or simply explore the world of real estate, the Ghana Property and Lifestyle Expo 2023 is the place to be. Don't miss out on this incredible opportunity. Book your tickets now via Eventbrite for the Ghana Property and Lifestyle Expo 2023. Dream it, live it. You don't want to miss out.
So, Saudi biometric security bill with Taptap Send account. For our Google account and our Apple account no signing in. For email account, we Saudi connected Taptap Send. Afe, for fingerprints no connect to email account no Taptap Send account no. When you quite strong kwa, ebe boama ya bo account by. Yeah, that's it.
Reminding you that this is the sound of Africa. OT Radio is live and alive. This is the time we open the hands of this. This is the newest version, of course, the greatest time of our moments now. OT Radio has come to stay. Tune in on www.otradiouk.com, and of course we have live activities more coming on politics, sports, social entertainment, and everything that you request. My name is Sanko Fatichinan, so I'm going to be part and parcel of it, and of course, OT Radio has come to say this is the sound of Africa.
I put in the applications and then I wait. And I guess I should not have been surprised, but I am denied by all of these organizations. They won't even let me volunteer because of my
Right. Abusua for me mama ajo emamo akwaba and then so ebiemo edemo eba time with tap send with your servant Nana Kwame Osei Tutu. We are live on OT Media TV. We are streaming on Facebook, YouTube, and other social media platforms. So you share every Thursday, say ya na ejumakobi and asumimu. Emma meet me edit Jumedi Ebro na meka Taptap Send your number one mobile app utimi edit sendi sika echo Africa, Asia, and also especially Ghana. We don't charge you commission, and as a sending rate we give you a good rate as well. And it is a name wherever that you are around the globe. Now, person will send this Edico Africa, make for a year tap send the amount. Say, wouldn't be a phone so, but more than call App Store and our Play Store na download it. Now, also Timmy Namso na fa send this Eco Boa Ebusian for or my Ganemo. A very easy to use, a fast and very convenient way of sending money to Africa and also Asia. Any what they Brazil and so Ababe County and Yanuma Busian for our Brazil no say or UK Europe and Canada, America and so on. With me used to tap send now they are sending Sika at the Akobe BBA tap send SND Sika at the Echo. Tell me kind meeting any Nana Kwame Osei. Sabri Meko Taptap Send Asweye na mini ura David Kofi Eje US growth lead na what the Taptap Send update or the abre last week on my inyan say Taptap Send the brunya achedie the ba ama ne customers nyina obamaye ate ehon asem nenu na chino me the lawyer wisdom Akaho the ebebro from wise smart solicitors and last week Ye and come edify UK immigration rules changes are aba as I said once uhubi enunti ene yebesan edenaba biem no aba be kan ho na yene no atwetwe and come on this show. Yeah, and Pembebre, yeah, now people keep asking me whether this show is in English or is in Tree. The official language that we are using on this show is Tree, but we will try our possible best to blend it because we understand that some of our listeners or viewers don't understand the local language that we use on this platform. So we will definitely do our possible best to blend it, but just to let you know that the official language that we use on this show is Tree. Thank you very much. Dave, a very good evening and welcome to the show.
Hello, good evening. We do our best to blend Asanaka between Tree and English. Thank you so much for having me. Same time. First of all, thank you people for coming. You do 86. I'm betting today we hit 150 very easily before the show even starts. And I have a strong feeling that it's not because of you and I, it's because of the lawyer that's in town. And then go for any upgrade something. But again, thank you so much for coming. Every single person on this call. Thank you. Auntie Vic, thank you. Dino Yakubu, Niso Yudiano Kitchen. Thank you so much. But yeah, today's quick update. I'm not going to hold the show because when you say time with Taptap Send with lawyer and I time near very short. I want to get the updates in the last week, but when I came, I explained that we have Taptap Christmas Bronya Chedia. It's something we did last year, but we did it throughout the month of December. This time around, we want to start a promotion from October, and which we have. Okay, and then on the Thursday, and best at the raffle, but we're pushing it back to next week. Nothing has changed. Instead of said, and Kwame came up with the genius idea, said instead of promote, you better announce 5 new winners, or we will announce 10 new winners for next week. Accommodating for the time frame here suggested and said first 7 days from last Thursday till now. Indeed, based on one, and I take full responsibility for that. It normally be a course, indeed, we'll not be able to do the first draw today, but we'll do that next week. But Taptap Bronya, I'm going to go over it again, very high level. First one is Mpacho. If you send more than £500, $500 or 500 euro from last Thursday up to this Thursday, you qualify. Qualify does not mean you win. You qualify for $50 or £50 or 50 euro Amazon gift card. Or Dubai so Akaho, I believe it's 2,000 dirham to qualify. Your grand draw December. Grand draw and we have plane tickets, air fryers, blenders, 55-inch screen TVs. It's something I might miss in our comment. Blended screen TVs or air fryers as well. We'll do a grand draw in December. So if you have, and only to qualify, every Busumi be I was sending more than 2,000 of your local currency. Local currency, baby out here in your Ghana cities. Antivik, Mr. Obey Mike, Antivik. Good. While I was sending more than 2,000 consistently month over month, you get a chance to qualify for our grand draw in December. It's still ongoing. We're very excited. We're going to send a lot of communications around it. And go for our influence now. We'll see next week, or you're going to see all the news around it. That is a big thing we're pushing, and we're very excited. The NTA to me understands it because you guys come, you send with us, and you help us grow. This is our way of actually giving back. And we know it's not a lot, but we're trying to make sure every single person gets a chance to win something. That is the biggest update we have right now for Bronya Chedi. You see October, Bronya the Bana. If you want to get ready for you guys from now until December, that is the update that we have for Taptap Bronya Chedi. Another topic that I think I would like to touch on, time call a Taptap section aside. Now I want to give it to the lawyer real quick. Statement. But show me percent prove it said Medisika Ghana. Where can I find my statement? Every month, Taptap send email transactions now. Email out the sign it app now. We can go to transactions and look at it and download it yourself. But we'll go more into details. Yakubu Timenka, I know you have your headphones and you're looking at me. Okay, Banku, I see you. Enter Yakubu me home. We'll have a time to talk about it more in depth. But again, thank you so much. I'm happy to have the lawyer here again. He killed it for us last week. He said this week, so best about this week, so will be the same attendance. So again, thank you, and I'll come right back at you. And we're excited to start the show today.
Right. Thank you very much, David, for the quick updates. We will talk a bit more when you do a time with Taptap Send focus section. We'll talk a bit more how people can obtain their monthly statement, annual statement, or a specific individual transaction that they've sent to a particular recipient, how they will be able to obtain all the receipts or individual receipts. We will talk a bit more when we get to the Taptap focus section. Thank you very much for your time this evening, for joining us once again, each and every week, actually, each and every week. Dave, thank you very much. All right, so at this point, I will quickly ask producer to give me two quick ad break. When I come back, I'll be talking to Lawyer Wisdom Akaho from Wise Smart Solicitors. Lawyer Wisdom Akaho will give us a quick update on UK immigration rules and changes in October. Nafi, all your questions that we're not able to pick, or when he was not able to answer them, he's ready to answer all your questions this evening. Producer, quick ad break.
Me did young antechua, and maybe I'm discovered for Europe. I come a for Ghana. No, me used to Taptap Send. No fee mobile money transfer. Easy, convenient, fast, and sounds so free. Me discover my pimp Taptap Send. Also download the Taptap Send app no mobile phone so free. Na first ka komo abusuya for Ghana fa na nyina. Taptap Send. Papa no.
Are you ready for the ultimate property and lifestyle experience? Get ready for the Ghana Property and Lifestyle Expo 2023, coming to 2 exciting locations. Join us in London on the 11th and 12th of November, where leading reputable real estate developers will be waiting to meet you face to face. Be inspired by industry experts as they provide thought-provoking panel discussions and live Q&A sessions. And finally, mark your calendars for the 16th and 17th of December when the Expo lands in Accra, Ghana. Experience the vibrant lifestyle and rich culture of Ghana while exploring investment opportunities in the thriving real estate market. Our expo will also feature exhibitors ranging from banking and legal services to estate and property management. Get all the support and information you need under one roof. So whether you're looking to invest, visit, or simply explore the world of real estate, the Ghana Property and Lifestyle Expo 2023 is the place to be. Don't miss out on this incredible opportunity. Book your tickets now via Eventbrite for the Ghana Property and Lifestyle Expo 2023. Dream it, live it. You don't want to miss out.
Miss out on Ghana Property Expo 2023 live in London in November. Lawyer Wisdom Akaho, a very good evening and welcome to the show once again. And again, today we will be talking about the UK immigration rules changes that one needs to know. Lawyer, a very good evening and welcome to the show.
Thank you, Nana. Good evening to you and good evening to everybody, all the listeners, 112 on participants right now. Good evening to you all. We thank God, another day is here. The days are running. Just a few days ago, it was Thursday, and today is Thursday again. But we thank God we are still here. Well, today I promised set questions mostly and responses. I mean, Mr. Nipa Bebrevisa questions last week, EBD to the chat room, Matientimea and Zante. My promise was I'll respond to all the questions that come up today, and those that came up the other time that I couldn't respond to because of time. So I will just quickly go over some of the things we said last week, not everything, but a few. And to all questions, you can start putting your hands up so that Nana can call you first. Otherwise, say, I do last minute, not, if you raise your hand, you might not be able to pick you before we go. Thank you. So we talked about some errors on our marriage certificates, our divorce certificates, our death certificates and birth certificates. I mentioned some birth certificates where the date of issue of the death certificate predated the death. There is no way you can issue a death certificate before the person dies. You can tell me he knows he's going to die. That is why it was issued, but I would not accept that. The person must have passed before they can issue a death certificate. So if you have any documents, particularly in terms of death certificate that you want to use to make an application for a child or a spouse or anybody, please make sure you check the documents and check it very well. So you take note of the place of death, the date of death, the date of registration, the doctor that certified the death, his name has to be there. And of course, the cause of death. These are things that cause a lot of problems on documents if they are not checked and checked properly. Now, once you send it to the Home Office or you send it in support of an application to the entry clearance officer, now they just speak on that and then refuse application because of the errors on the death certificate. I also mentioned about birth certificate. I think sometimes the father or the mother in the country here says they don't know the whereabouts of the child's father or the child's mother. However, you produce a birth certificate of the child, and on the birth certificate, the informant, the person who went to register the child, is the child's father who you claim you haven't seen in the last 10 years. If you haven't seen him in the last 10 years, how come he registered the birth 2 weeks ago? So that defeats your argument that you are not in touch with the child's father. So the Home Office will say you haven't proved enough sole responsibility, or you haven't proved enough that you are the only person responsible for the child's upkeep, welfare, well-being, and upbringing. So we have to be mindful of that too. The date of death, the date of birth, the date of registration, and the informant. These are the key things. The date of birth, the place of birth, the date of registration, and the person who took the child for registration is the informant. So we have to be very careful and see that everything matches as it should be in accordance with what it was. So that is that. Another very important thing we should take note of is that usually people obtain their birth certificates. Now, Sauchi Ubani birth certificate, ABA, before you came to this country, at 2020, where 12 year large, from Kaswa to Bawi, from Bawi to another place, and you got the document lost in the process of movement. If that is the case and you're going to obtain a new birth certificate for the child's passport, I would advise that they should look on the records and repeat the right reference number. The registration number on the old birth certificate should be repeated on the new birth certificate, because it is what was or is on the old birth certificate that they are putting on the new birth certificate. So, if the father's name appeared on the old birth certificate as the informant, and it again appears on the new birth certificate as the informant, we can argue that it is only a transposition of what was on the old birth certificate that they put on the new birth certificate. That is why his name still appears as the informant. It's only because they are copying what was on the old birth certificate to the new birth certificate, and not that he is necessarily the person who took the child for registration. So let's bear that in mind. If you are obtaining a new birth certificate, please ensure that the details on the old birth certificate, on the new birth certificate should be the same details which were on the old birth certificate. With that, I am sure you will be fine. So we talked about that. We also talked about the health and care workers. There are a lot of people who came as health care workers. So nothing stops you from switching to another employer. If you can get another sponsor, you can switch. Otherwise, 2 years, 3 years, 5 years, you don't have any pay slips. You don't have anything to show that you've worked with that employer for 5 years. You can't renew your visa after 2 years. You can't renew your visa after 3 or 5 years, and then you become an overstayer, and then that would affect you badly. So if your employer, your current employer, is not able to give you work, I would advise that if you can switch to another employer, yes, go ahead and switch so that you can renew your visa when the leave expires. Also, there is no rule stopping a dependent or a person who is a healthcare worker, assuming you came by yourself, not that you came with a partner or so, you came by yourself and you can't get work. Now, if your relationships change, if your relationship changes or your circumstances do change, yes, I do take people who also help with, if you want to switch your application, yes, I can do that for you, but somebody's asking a question, but I will look at the questions. Nana, if you can please look at the questions in the chat room, then I can respond to those ones as well.
Sure.
So, assuming I came as a healthcare worker, I came alone, and my employer is not giving me work, and I happen to meet somebody who is a British citizen or they have indefinite leave to remain, and there is a genuine relationship between us, nothing stops me from switching to the spouse route. I can marry, when we marry, I can switch to the spouse route. Means I am leaving the health and care route to the spouse route. Or if I give birth, if you give birth and the child's father is a British citizen, or they have indefinite leave to remain, your child becomes a British citizen, you can also switch from the health and care route where you have no work to do to become a parent in the UK. So so that is what to do. I'll put the details online, and you can get all those details when we progress with the questions. So thank you. So Nana, these are some key movements people can make. You switch from one place to another, You don't have to wait until your visa expires in 2 years. You are stranded. It expires in 3 years. You have no option to switch, or it expires after 5 years. You become an overstayer, and then you would then have to find another way altogether. It's better to switch once you have a valid visa, than to switch when you have exhausted your leave and you become an illegal person in the UK. So let's take note of that. Now, I also mentioned that the immigration fees were increasing. Yes, the IHS and the fees were increasing. The fee increment took effect from today. And so indefinite leave to remain, if a person who wants to apply for indefinite leave to remain, as of yesterday, you would have been paying 2,300, you'd have been paying 2,404. Today, you'll be paying 2,885 pounds. 2,885 pounds. That means they added 481 pounds to the application fee. Now, if you want to naturalization, you want to become a British citizen, as of yesterday, it was 1,330. As of today, it is 1,500 pounds. There is an increment of that as well. Now, children, if you want to register your child as a British citizen, it was 1,012 pounds as of yesterday. Today, it is 1,214 pounds. They've added 202 pounds to the children's application. However, I always keep saying, if you cannot afford the fee, you can apply for something we call fee waiver. You have to apply for fee waiver. I will explain what that means. Now, graduate route, if you are switching from the graduate route, you are finished with your university degree, first degree, and you want to move to the graduate route, you will have to pay. It used to be 715 pounds. It's now going to be 882 pounds. They've added 107 pounds to it for everyone who wants to switch to that route. So there is a general increment across board. What I observe is the IHS is due to be increased from 1,560 to 2,587.5p. 1,560 to 2,587.5p. Somehow that has not, I checked today, is still at 1,560. Today, when I checked, it is still at 1,560, which means that hasn't kicked in yet. So if you have an application to make, I would advise that if you can make it quick before it changes from the 1,560 to the 2,587.5p, 50p. So that is something we should take note of. Now, if you cannot afford the home office fee and the IHS, which currently is over £3,000, then I would advise that you apply for something we call fee waiver. You have to apply for fee waiver. Fee waiver means you are destitute. You are destitute. Well, set M will be 2,008. That is also indefinite leave. Set M will be 2,885 pounds. There's an increment of 481 pounds. That is for set M, marriage. Now let me go straight to according to this, otherwise I get distracted with the questions. Now, fee waiver means you are destitute. Destitute means you don't have enough money to look after yourself and your child. You can rent a room, but you don't have money to feed yourself. Or you have money to feed yourself, but you don't have money to rent a room. It means you are destitute. You are classified as destitute. Now, once you are destitute, you can then apply for fee waiver, or you can even say, if I pay the home office fee and the IHS, I will become destitute. It means right now you are not destitute, but if you pay the fee, you will become destitute. You will become destitute. Now, the fee waiver means you don't have to pay any fee. If you apply and it is approved and they give you the code, it means you don't pay the home office fee, you don't pay the application fee. However, that can affect the leave you have. If you're on the 5-year route or the 5-year route, you cannot apply for fee waiver. It means you cannot go for the fee waiver. That is why the government is supporting you, because if you're on the 5-year route, you have to show that you are able to look after yourself without going for benefit or the government support. So once you go for the government support, it means that you are not able to meet your own financial needs. And therefore, they will move you from the 5-year route to the 10-year route. As soon as you go for fee waiver, you will be moved from the 5-year route to the 10-year route. If you are on the 5-year route, you'll be put on the 10-year route. So bear that in mind. If you're on the 5-year road, you should not apply for fee waiver. If you do, you will be put on the 10-year route, and it would affect you. So unless you want to be here for 10 years before you get your indefinite, please don't go for the fee waiver. Fee waiver, you have to show 6 months pay slips if you're working, 6 months bank statement. You have to show the monies that come into your account and the money that leaves your account. So if you use Taptap Send, you have to explain all the money that you send to your family in Ghana and what it is for. So all the Taptap Sends you have sent, you have to explain 20th of January, what you sent it for, 15th of March, what it was for, 500 pounds, 500 pounds, 200 pounds. You have to explain all those monies, what all those monies are for, because they don't want you to be sending money abroad and then you come to them to say you don't have money to look after yourself or to pay your application fee. So the Home Office will say, if you have so much money and you are sending out, you can't come and tell us you don't have money to pay your application fee. So yes, send money abroad, but we only need 6 months pay slips and 6 months bank statement. So why you are doing Uber apply for fee waiver in 6 months time? Any as a set we share with year, so that 6 months now we call the Home Office. No, there will not be BBI set with the Sika Air Coffee as a so pay a quanfufra with the ever fast ebe coffee now so and chere ewo system no set with the Sasiki Air Coffee because who concern on Musika Nemawa Umbekasa Davy accounts now we are UK na. You can't hide your accounts. They will find out Equitas. They will go online and they will find all the accounts you have. It will show on this. All this accounts be more. They will pull it out. You didn't provide this account. You didn't provide this account. You didn't provide this account. Can you bring all those accounts for us? And they will find out through Equifax. They will find out, and you will have yourself in a difficulty. They can refuse you for being dishonest. So, Udi account for na Sika wom, Naswan Fanko, Omako, Omosifa Braudi, 10,000 wom, 7,000 wom, 3,000 woman. It means that you have not been honest to them, and it will affect you. It will affect you. So please take note of that. Explain all your income, your expenses, your income and your expenditure, your rent, utilities, toiletries, travel, and everything else. If you drink, how much you use for that, the salon, hairdressing, you have to list all of this, laundry, dry cleaners, everything. You have to list every amount that you spend and get a total, and then you compare it to how much you earn. So if your income is equivalent to your expenditure, it means you don't have any money to save to pay the Home Office fee. You have a good chance that you'll be successful at your fee waiver. But if you have, let's say you earn 2,500 and your expenditure or your expenses is only 800 pounds a month or 1,000 pounds a month, it means you have 1,500 pounds extra. They will ask you to save that extra 5,500 to pay your Home Office fee. So briefly, if you want to go for fee waiver because you cannot pay the application fees because it has increased so high and you can't afford, you can go for fee waiver, but you must be ready to explain all the money that leave your account at more than 100 pounds. And any money that comes into your account more than 100 pounds, you have to explain. Sometimes people pass your account for you to send to Ghana on their behalf. It can affect you. The fee waiver, that can affect you because you have to explain, and maybe you have to get a letter from all those people to explain how or what those monies are for. So I'll keep it brief. I'll leave it here and then I'll open the floor. I'm sure more questions will come, then I can respond to all the questions when they come if as much as and as best as I can. Nana, so I'll leave it at that and open the floor for the questions to come through. Thank you very much. If you are there, Nana.
Thank you, lawyer. I mean, we're not going to waste time today. We will do our possible best to pick as many as we can today so that everybody will get a chance to ask their question. So I will start straight up with Zoom user. Please unmute yourself and ask your question. Zoom user, unmute yourself and ask your question. Let us know where you've joined us from and your question, please. Zoom user. From Zoom user, we will move on to Rita and King. Zoom user, we are listening to you. Oh, I think I need to unmute, allow participants to unmute themselves. Mebacho, utmi unmute you, Zoom user, unmute yourself and ask your question.
So now you can move to another one. Maybe
let's move on to Rita. Rita, please unmute yourself and ask your question.
Okay, good evening, Wisdom.
Good evening.
Good evening.
Yeah.
Evening.
Wait, a quick question. My question will comment, but I want to ask again.
Okay.
Me young way, but I'm pregnant this year, and me person me jina me basumum ene eji enyamin krata, and nani papa so be man. Na is there a priority service for say me apply and any law be a change you on that particular visa and so on and no quarantine person visa.
Yo, my dear sister Rita, thanks for the question. All right, so when you na ubano ni papa edin inside share as say no assignment na ubano be a British citizen because ni papa a British and now offer indefinite. Ubano a British then automatically ubetimi na ubano so now the application. That application will be made under Appendix FM section LTRPT 1.1 onwards, 1.1, 1.2 onwards, and you have to rely on the case of Triple 1, which is as the mother of a child, and also on EX1 because you are a mother of a child who is a British citizen. And of course, you have to also make reference to Article 8 rights because you have a family law with your child. Now, all these case laws will support your case, and I can guarantee for certain that all other things adding up, you should get your say. Nothing has changed except the application fee, which has changed from 1,048 to 250 pounds. So that is
1,048 to 250 pounds. 2,050 pounds.
Okay, okay, lawyer.
okay.
Yeah, thank you very much.
Tracy.
Now, in terms of me apply me person me priority service, can I do that? And
recently there was some articles in the newspapers said it was in the newspapers. I know
okay.
Office to say no priority service from the first time applicants. We are first
All
time.
right.
Almost topic priority service for people like that.
Okay.
Those who have it already, they still go for priority. First timers, they put you on the standard one, and that can take up to 9 months, but it may not take that long. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Rita. Let's move on to Ken, and after Ken, we move on to Dan. Ken, unmute yourself and ask your question.
Yeah, hello.
Hello, sir. How are you doing?
Yeah, I'm fine. I'm fine. You, lawyer. Good evening.
Good evening, sir.
Yes. But me was Germany. Me was so UK. Nana say me could feel me call a our area with our sort of London. by for proxy marriage. Now, is it possible to say quite a bit my if you didn't be the officer, you call a registered general be and I say, so I bet me use the for proxy when not I.
Yo, thank you. Ghana, into what Germany na Obane Ewukrum. Yes.
Yeah.
All right. Ghana, you were 3 types of marriages. You were Muslims, which is legally and acceptable.
Yeah.
You were customary marriage.
Yeah.
And then and you were the
Hello.
127.
Okay.
All right. So you're the Muslims. We have the customary marriage, and then we have the ordinance, the cap 127.
Right.
Ghana at the time. You can only do the customary marriage. And remember, customary marriage is between families, not between the individuals.
Okay. Yes, I know we've done that.
Very good. So once you've done that, and it is registered at either KMA,
sure.
any of the metropolitan assemblies, then it is also certified by the Judicial Service as well as the Ministry of Foreign Affairs.
Yeah.
And maybe your wife brings it to the UK, and the Ghana High Commission in the UK also certifies it. That is good enough for you to use for your application. You don't have to go to the registry. The registry, you can only do the registry if the two are physically present in Ghana.
Okay.
If you are not present in Ghana to sign the certificates yourselves and take photographs yourself whilst you are there, you cannot do the registry one. So please go ahead with the customary one, which we normally call proxy marriage.
But you know who said this or the embassy in the UK to finalize and to sign something. Who mentioned you, sir?
Yes. So first of all, you get the certificate. First of all, after the marriage ceremony, they do the statutory declaration. They take you to the AMA or KMA to register. Then you take it to the Judicial Service in Accra. They certify with a letter. Then it goes to the Ministry of Foreign Affairs because it's coming to a different country. They also put their letter on it. When it gets here, you take it to the Ghana High Commission. They put a very beautiful letter on it to show that the documents are genuine and you can use it for your application.
Okay, so another last question. In case if so or apply, a duration, it was a duration, something or the 2 months, to me, the embarrassing.
As also copy from Germany, depending on your circumstances, but also copy, you can get it within 10 working days. That is 2 weeks if your wife pays the express. If you want to, you pay the Home Office fee, you pay the IHS, and you pay £500 express, and you get a decision within 10 working days, which is about 2 weeks. You get a decision.
Our visa for me to get the visa to enter into the UK.
I know American. So within 2 weeks, if you pay for express,
In Bacho, Emreno,
anyway, so it's not a lawyer later.
Get the lawyer and the contact details now, and then later.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much.
Let's move on to Dan. Dan, please unmute yourself and ask your question. Where you've joined us from, if you can tell us, that would be great.
Thank you, lawyer. Thank you so much. And our brother, thank you too. Because of freelance,
okay.
Because me find it out from lawyer, or say you're with me and one like that. My war pre-settled status. Now, me bring up some or some switch it called settled. But unfortunately, did now me the share so brand me year pre-settled no. Me kai month no kai year no. But I'm not sure about the day no. Now me name say be me nya day no wrong one. It will cause me problem be.
My brother, it shouldn't cost you. It shouldn't be fatal because look, we all make mistakes, and especially the dates. The day is difficult to remember sometimes. So not mostly the month and the year. Sometimes you even put a year. Some of the systems are set in such a way that you can only put the year, some the month and the year, but some you have to put all three. If you cannot remember the day, I would normally put 01, 01, and then the year. And then if you have a space where you can explain, you say, I cannot recall the actual date, so I put 0101 to enable me progress with the application. So I don't think it should be a problem for you in this case. If it is only the date you don't remember, but you remember the month and the year, you should be fine.
Oh, thank you. Thank you so much, lawyer. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
You're moving on to Abina M. Abina M, please.
Yeah, now I share. I'm chat room.
Meko chat room also akofa ebiaba. Abina M.
Yeah.
Please unmute yourself. Na mayente babia. Wa join in fee na for questions over.
Okay, good evening.
Good evening, Abina.
Yeah, me kafiri UK. Me person me bisa lawyer say if you what the sponsorship ne wa hanu say na only obi ono so that sponsorship so ewa na o pese oye but only depending ni ho and na the sponsorship so buy no o de ware ne buy like ono obi aware na pese oye o de oba ne to wo nkrata no so a eno no obehia so responsibility ana.
David Mame, once I walk from Hankwan, there's so responsibility per se, and yes, let's say a sponsored person and another sponsored person, sign it your own. And see, sponsor person one, any a work, and a sponsor person two, any papa na sponsor person one is sponsor any nequanium one. Okay, now sponsor person one, on only kuno, or no, once walk from idea.
I want to Chrome.
I want to be a sponsored person, and
there be on only a dependent.
Only a dependent of a sponsored person.
Pachan.
And I won't sponsored person. Well, in that case, near one if you're a sponsored person, I know soon I want to balance to Ebenya.
Okay.
But the problem is, sir, I'm not talking about you per se, but I'm just giving an example. Sir, Ama, I worry Kofi. Nasa Ama, any Kwame Echo War. They can raise question about Ebani saying that Amani Kofi, Awari, Amani Kwame na Aquako. So that's issues. And if Kunodi never saw they are both sponsored persons, their child will be also get their leave based on whatever status the parents have. The second man is a British citizen, and Kabufanum so very British, and now indefinite and Kabufanum British citizen. But if you are all sponsored persons or dependents, etc., what you have is what it will also.
Oh, okay. Because the internet may be some father no edin and a abofrano ebe set so. Enye ne dependent now on any wahano.
Well, I mean things happen. Things happen and relationships could yes, relationships go sour and things do happen. And then if father anything na ever swear, then what it means is so any father see a sponsored person, then of course you would have to apply for your child and the child will get 2 years now what the child will also get 2 years. So 2 years nani papa wa most likely send papa your application manner on also the 2 years now. But my only concern is say for you extension na ebemu se uoba asabu panie obi for bar that can raise questions as to why the child is not your partner's child, but rather another person's child. That is
all right.
Okay, me dance.
Abina, yebedasi. Lawyer, my info away from the chat room. Please, lawyer, how do I regularize my wife's stay in the UK? She is an American citizen.
She is an American citizen. What you do is, if she is in the US, then you have to meet the requirements everybody else will have to meet under Appendix FM, Section EC-P of the Immigration Rules, which says there has to be a relationship, telephone communications, WhatsApp messages, emails here and there, telephone calls, maybe FaceTime, Facebook, all those communication has to be there. There has to be financial requirement of 18,600, 6 months pay slips, 6 months bank statement, your P60. You have to show you are working, and the minimum you earn a month is £1,550 before tax. You have to provide your marriage certificate to show that, of course, you are married. And then, of course, I've mentioned the communication. You have to provide a tenancy agreement to show you have a place that when your wife comes, they will come and join you here in the UK. Now, if they are an American citizen, as you said, they don't have to write the English language test. You can just apply for them. They will come once you meet all the requirements. You have to show evidence of visiting each other or evidence of genuine and subsistent relationship. Application will be under Appendix F from Section ECCP. She will get to join you here. If you want it quick, you pay extra £500 on top of the home office fee and the IHS. 2 weeks, they'll be with you in the UK.
All right, cool. Like when you say our universal credit, so I'm talking about benefits. Obuza say obetimi to coin ako overseas ana.
Yes, the fact that you are on benefit doesn't mean you are enslaved to anybody. It only means that you need their money to survive, but that does not stop you from traveling. You can travel. In fact, my take benefits, I want to mean 2 points. It is not true. It is not true. You can travel. You can travel, you can travel, you can travel. But the only thing you have to do is, if you're going to be away for, I think, up to 5 weeks, you have to inform them that you will be away for that duration. And then they may stop your benefit until you come back. So you have to inform them to be away for up to 5 weeks. Nothing stops you from traveling. You can travel, please.
Will Anoa BMOC or apply for a fee waiver for herself, any neba Berima and my son? And my previous statement shows that I have paid money over 1,000 through transfer to another person that I own. But the statement shows loan payment. Will that affect my application or anything?
It should not affect your application at all. Why? Because we all need help. Everybody needs help at the time, one time or the other. If at a point you needed help and somebody helped you and you have to pay their money back, that is very legitimate. So if it shows loan payments, that is fine. You can even get the person to give you a letter to say, yes, at this point in time, my sister was going through some difficulties and I supported her and she paid my money back to me on so and so date. Add it to the application, you shouldn't have any difficulty. As long as a reasonable explanation for the money that comes in and goes out of your account, you should be fine. The problem lies where you have no explanation for the monies coming in and out of your account. I will give you an example. Somebody has some money. Can I go on?
My main check noise network. All right, sorry about that, lawyer. Pacho, you can go on.
Thank you. There was this person who had about £2,500 money just appearing in her account, a transfer. So when it was sent to the Home Office, they came to ask, where is this money from? And this is what she said. It happened to be around the child's birthday, and family and friends gave her monetary contribution to buy a bicycle for the child and buy other things for the child. That money was exclusively for the child's birthday, and the Home Office accepted that explanation. So it all depends on sending a Uber Kawasamono and no Enebekma Obroniba Usunity and our Broniba Bepunity Akasania who can be jitum. That's all.
Medase. Yemfa Yvonne from Zoom. Yvonne, please unmute yourself and ask your question. Yvonne, are you still there? All right, let's move on to Sam Terry. Sarkodie. Sam, please unmute yourself and ask your question.
Okay, good evening, sir.
Good evening.
Hello. Very, very sweet. My question, a bit heavy. I think it's maybe if it's possible to meet me and your lawyer in a personal aid. I'm an EU citizen and settlement scheme, no. Let me hear my I qualify for indefinite NDA. Now, let me will be or London, and I've married here in Germany. But you see me yet,
Sam.
Yeah.
But your minka one. I will personally appeal to you, say lawyer number. Na friend na in this uncle. Why?
Yeah, that is what I thought. With time factor,
lawyer, Mr. Put your contact details on the chat room honomo. Na obia ebia when timino wan kasa. And now send a question here a bit personal, like some of the now
offline. Wisdom Wiseman Solicitors, 18 to 22 Ashby Street, 8 to 9 The Print House, London, E83DL, 0208 0165
Excuse me.
Yes, it's right.
Oh,
My contact details with the chat room, meeting chat room.
I don't see it.
Go to the what do you call it? Nana, what do you go to? Chat room, meeting chat.
It should be
more.
If you put your, you see that the participants.
Meeting settings.
Lawyer, send it to me on WhatsApp. I will put it in the chat room right now. All right. I will provide lawyer and contact details. Kuna do Adam and Pacho, unmute yourself and ask a question.
Hello, good evening, lawyer Nana.
Good evening.
Hey, ma'am.
Lawyer Dana Sumedasi Onyamishra. Mpacho, mpese bisa na obi kase wa indefinite leave to remain there wa passport. You need a card for it because youngsters now about immigration officers no. They don't know. So when you are traveling with it, it be a big problem. But mpese be finding out is it true or false?
Well, it's two things. Sir, you indefinite passport more. Over to me to pine. Over to media. The only problem is that now saying employers and they insist on the biometric residence permit because I know now over to media share code. Everybody is insisting on share code. Without the card, the biometric residence permit, you cannot generate a share code. And the employer wouldn't allow you to continue working without the share code. So that is why an employer will insist on seeing the card. However, if it is for travel purposes, who a valid passport, now the old passport now will indefinite no woman. Would in the boom? Over media call a fear West media sign up a back. According to the only problem there in that sector. But a Jumana employer will not accept this unless you provide the card for them. Yes.
Okay. So
yo.
Thank you, lawyer.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, moving on. Augustina Ankara. Augustina, please unmute yourself and ask your question.
All right, thank you. Good evening, lawyer.
Good evening.
And Augustina.
Yes, please. I'm on a graduate route visa and it will be expiring end of this year. And I want to switch so that I'll be able to bring my husband along. Is it possible? And is there a way to help?
Yeah, well, there are possibilities. Tisenia may earlier. So who graduate route so now, of course, Ubenya sponsor either in IT, in hospitality, in care, and you want to switch into that category. Of course, nothing stops you from switching. So you have to look at the area over to ejuma what sponsorship now. Then over to me as we check that aspect.
Yeah, that was why I was asking earlier on if you help people to switch.
I can switch. I can help you switch if you provide your sponsor certificate of sponsorship. I don't get certificate of sponsorship for people, but if you have your employer and they issue the COS, I can do the application for you, and then you'll be switched onto the new route. Yes.
All right. Okay. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Okay, so lawyer, this is coming from somebody. Was it please? I'm on a skilled worker visa, and I have misplaced my BRP. How can I get a new one, and how much?
Replacement of BRP. Go to Google and enter replacement of BRP card. What you do is, if you've misplaced it, you have to report it lost. Once you report it lost to the police, then you have to report it lost to the Home Office, and they will cancel that card so that nobody else can use that card. So first of all, approach the police, inform them. They may not give you any crime reference because it is lost, not stolen. They may not give you a crime reference number, but at least you know on so and so date, I went to the police station to report my card lost. Then you go online, report it lost to the Home Office. The Home Office will cancel it. They'll give you a reference number or so. Then you apply for a replacement, and I think it's 105 pounds or so. It's some amount. It's not over 200 pounds. It's 100 and something. They will give you a replacement for. I have just put my details online. So yeah, thank you. Yes. So once you do that, they will issue you a new biometric residence permit. Report it to the police. Report it to the Home Office. They will cancel it. You apply for a replacement card, and they will issue you a new one.
All right. In fact, Kate. Kate, please unmute yourself and ask your question.
Good evening.
Good evening.
Lawyer, me person me bisa say, if I say what by UK, when you know by now, what by one and who know sponsorship so Wobana wa one was we will apply for BRP man and I said like he's okay to stay here as long as more parents more. And that's it.
Yo, as long as more parents more had over to me, it's not have on here, but some over 2 choir, will be the mutina 70, Avia, every here some over 2 choir, and Pufrimwa. Na Ubano any card na, then a just or no end to me and more encore. Yeah, but someone in your heart of house and idea we 2 choir, then there is no point wasting that money now, because we are man in poor at the hawk and idea will give 2 choir. So maybe that £1,000 plus is of no use if the child is not, you're not going to travel with the child. So it's a choice. You can do it, or you wait until there is a need for you to travel, then you can do it for the child anytime. Yes.
Thank you very much. Richard, please unmute yourself and ask a question.
Hi.
Hello, Richard. Good evening and welcome to the show.
Thank you. I'm calling from London, Kent. I have applied for a 5-year spousal route, and it's coming to an end next year, and I've got a dependent son from Ghana, so I know a few of the laws that have changed. So I'm just asking briefly if there's any update I need to know before my application time is due.
Oh, so you got a 5-year spousal route, and is it ended already, or it's coming to an end?
It's coming to an end in April, and I know with the spouse, they don't allow you to fly earlier. They wait you, I think, a month in. But I just want to know if there's any new changes around the laws and all of that. I've got a B1 certification in terms of the English language, which I used for my previous application. Right. I don't know if I have to do an update or what the new laws are.
No, nothing has changed in the law. It's the fee that has changed, but the law still remains as it is. So you apply 28 days before it expires. Let me also say you apply 59 months from the date you arrived in the UK. 60 months is 5 years, so you apply 59 months from the date you arrived in the UK. But technically calculating is 28 days before it expires. Nothing has changed in the law, yeah?
Okay, that's perfect, because I had switched at I had 10 years initially, and then I changed down to the 5, which I'm now completing. So I just wanted to be sure before
you are on safe grounds.
Okay. All right. Thank you very much.
You're welcome, sir.
Zoom user, please unmute yourself and ask a question. Zoom user.
Hello.
Hi, good evening.
Good evening. Person Mibusa say, Sawabahana, why you overstay? You came with a visit visa. You have 2 years here, but you are with your partner all your EU. But will be but will UK ha. But since I only know what you from, how do you do? How is then I'll bet me a bit me a bow. And I'm person Mibusa.
Was it one in your phone?
Yeah. Wow. Oh, on him. Sorry, on him. Sorry.
But yes, yeah, don't worry, don't mind me.
Yeah, I know.
All right, that's fine. Okay, so you know, maybe this is our indefinite leave to remain, right?
Yes.
Yes, until Onyawo and now a British citizen, and I will have Bufana so the wait me Bufana. Yeah.
Okay.
Under Appendix FM section LTRP as a partner, then we
Okay.
X1 and the fact that you have a family life with your child and your partner.
Okay. And no man they say me sent you do.
Maybe I told chat room on.
Okay. That's it.
Yeah, that's it. Your name it start with KIVERTA.
Iveta.
iPhone. Please unmute yourself and ask your question.
Hello, lawyer. Good evening.
Good evening.
Me wo sponsorship visa so COS so na my husband EU, but unfortunately no oba just this year which no more free way say no, but CC or apply as dependents no, but then application no, it's almost 1.5 months. Still na yenya feedback ye free home office phone for updates. Almost still young who do until we find out say bia. Is it normal? And I say, could there be any reason here hold it back because I'm getting a bit worried.
You have the COS, right?
Yeah.
Your husband he's an EU national, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Which application did you make? Did you make it?
The dependent visa, COS, there no.
And it's 1 month now.
Yeah, 1.5.
Don't worry, be happy. Now, the Home Office, their standard application processing time is 9 months. Now, in your case, although you are on the COS, because he came here after the Brexit, he is regarded as a visitor in the UK, not as an EU national.
Okay.
Yes, if he had come before Brexit, he would have been registered under the EU settlement scheme. But he came after Brexit and after 6th of June 2021, and he does not have the EU settlement scheme registration number. It means he is here as a visitor. So if a visitor and is now applying to become a dependent, that is a totally different terrain. That is why they are taking their time to assess that application. 1 month, 1.5 months is a very short time. Don't you worry. Wait for them to get back to you with their decision. I can't tell which way it will go, but just wait until they get back to you with a decision. Okay?
Oh, okay. All right.
Don't stress yourself. It won't change the decision, please.
All right.
Oh, okay. All right.
Hayford.
Thank you.
Please unmute yourself and ask your question. From Hayford, we'll move on to Yvonne.
Pocho, good evening.
Good
evening.
Pocho, Master Bisano, yeah, under EU. Pocho, yaba 2019 Mikun na member from Ebasana Yebe, but member from Manikita EU passport with one papa no, but I mean the one Mikita Ghana passport. Now Mikun Yebe no, mostly Ottawa, Italy. Sinaha. Ntacha was spend more than 24 months outside UK. Na masem be saying there, wa bandamano. Yan 5 years boss April. Being in the 5 years, boss wepo, obo qualify for indefinite, obuto are qualify for indefinite na.
Benyin, there's a ukunana.
Muku no he.
Sambe no nube from her.
2019.
And what's not her throughout, yes?
What's not Italy? More than 24 months.
Oh, that shouldn't be an issue really, because Obi Ewo Kromha as an EU national, and they've traveled for more than technically for a year, 12 months, for a reason, maybe for medical reason or for education, or there is any other reason which can be justified, then that shouldn't be used against them. I will say I need to see the reason why he went out. And if there is evidence, I just said, only hampono na ninyoma just said documentation just said, of course, if you're Okoba, let's put it that way.
Okay.
Yeah, they are not looking at a Juma warrior per se, but they are looking at the fact that what's not continuously, bank account is active, tenancy agreement is showing, utility bills are in his name. That shows that even during that period, he's still here. So that is the way I would put it. Yeah, then it shouldn't affect his application for indefinite leave to remain.
Okay. Matthias, Nampocho, so bende said American na when you evidence to prove that say na mofamana wukita passport no. Na me mikita Ghana in but we apply for because we are under him. In here but we are applying na yat na for straight 5 years. But we are apply for indefinite na.
If you can prove that, okay, let me ask this question. Our EU settlement scheme reference number now. Are you in London or outside London?
Yeah, Coventry.
Right. Call me, and I want to see what documents he has. Call the HMRC and ask for his employment history. Okay. I'll give you his employment history over the period, and also call your GP for his medical records to see all the places that he's been to GP. That will cover that period of 5 years in the UK. That gap you are talking about, I think, can be taken care of. Now, but clearly there is a gap of 2 years. Not only from her. Then you may have to go for another 5 years until you get a 5 years continuously before you can get your indefinite leave to remain. Now, let me just point it out to you that the government, the Home Office is automatically giving everybody or almost everybody 2 years extension. Meaning, say when your email now.
Email.
Very good. That is automatic 2 years extension for everybody. So if you have 5 years, they give you another automatic 2 years to make it 7 years. So all you need is to show that you've been here for the 5 years continuously. You will get your indefinite leave. Yeah. One moment, Fantina, but Fantina, and Sabodam Bottom and na film. One mama can in
Okay. Into my fro, Madasi baby, my fro sooner. Minimukuni, I have a fro na
Yaniwaka. Stay back.
Cool. Mommy, that's it. Lawyer, and then me try some nipa 8 or mama musa enough me do aba area said the Jumadini I think it is calling for a weekly legal show, so we will talk about that.
Yes.
Yeah. Lawyer, I got my first leave to remain in February 2014.
Yes.
I'm on my last renewal, which took them a year and 2 months to grant me. Now, I'll say my current leave expires in hold on. I've missed that. Okay, hold on. Okay. Now my last leave to remain expires in 2026. Okay, here comes the question. Question and say, My question is, can I apply for indefinite leave to remain in 2024 as it marks the 10th year since I had my first leave to remain? And now say one train to say the last leave to remain no expires and obey me apply for the leave to remain.
Thank you very much. Obi Ebisa said, what is the best time to contact me? If you want to contact me, office starts at 9:30. You call the office line 0208 0165 384. From 9:30 till 6, we're here working all the time. So that is the best way. Office line, you call, they book you in, or they pass it on to me, we talk briefly. Office time, we are pretty seeing clients here and there. So we may not be able to talk much, but if you book appointment, we are more than happy to attend to you. So please bear with us. It can be sometimes very busy for us. So best time, 9:30, 6 p.m., Monday to Friday, you can contact us. My mobile phone, you can call, but we might not be able to have a lengthy chat, or you can send me a message. I may respond. Sometimes I get so many messages, I'm not able to reply to all. Please pardon me. So the best way is call the office and then they'll book you in. Thank you very, very much. The question is, he got his first stay in 2014 and he up to 2026 because of the 1 year gap, 1.5 year gap or so during the extension period. Does he have to apply for his indefinite in 2024 or he has to wait until 2026 when the current leave he has? You have to apply for your indefinite in 2024 because the 10 years starts from the 2014 when you were issued. The time that your visa was at the Home Office, we call it, it's covered by Section 3C of the Immigration Act of 1971. It says, so the application for your ansana visa you are still in the UK legally. So all the time that your visa was at the Home Office, you are still here legally, and it counts as part of your time towards your 10 years. So don't wait until 2026. You can apply for your indefinite leave now, 2024, provided it is, the month is already passed. If it is November, wait till November. If it is December, wait till December, but it should be in 2024. Thank you.
Okay, this same person want to know he or she would love to enroll at the university for a nursing course, but currently Nivisa also doesn't allow him or she to apply for public funds. What would be your advice? Onyani indefinite, no go school, and also go to your international students.
When you're trying cry do 10 years Nancy, Makasa over to me do indefinite no and San Wako school. Yes, as a cabibria work here. So who was the kind of person and yeah, fine. But as a kind of I would say just hang on, you get your indefinite, and then you can then apply. Once you meet the requirements for the student grant or loan, you should be given that. But the decision is to be made by the individual. All right.
Yemfa Yvonne. If after Yvonne, who baby, mefa baby and so.
Hello.
Yvonne, please unmute yourself and
I have.
Oh, lawyer Nadena.
Mpacho temenka.
Meeting gapa pacho.
Okay, good.
Me
pacho, my sister. One abranti bi over 20 years ago. Na bema ne kuhu obusuafo, but oma anhyeda nye proper marriage no ho. But see na abranti ne ye British. See na abranti ne person ware no na wotna. But we use ukra tourist visa. My sister no ukra tourist visa nti na me pese me ho se obetumi aware wo ha.
Onene wo ba.
Onene wo mami no omo over 20 years.
Over 20 years.
Ola neti ha. Omo papa neti ha.
More than 20 years.
Yes.
Okay, so in that case, unfortunately, on to me, I'm busy on Emofano. Once the furniture 80 years now, my man to be busy on Emopana. And say, which appendix V for visitor. There are some prohibited activities that a person who is in the UK as a tourist cannot undertake. You can't work, you can't give notice to marry, you can't do business, you can't go to school, you can't do sports. So these are prohibited activities a tourist or a visitor cannot engage in. So, yes, she's here as a tourist, she cannot give notice to get married. So our advice is set. Papa can go home or they can do it by proxy customary marriage. Then she can go and apply from home to join in here in the UK. If everything is done and all the documents are in place, like I said, if they pay for the express within a matter of 2 weeks, 3 weeks, she should be back to the UK, but she should not overstay her visa. If she overstays her visa, she has to be out for 1 year before she can come back. But if within her visit visa before she goes back, then she can apply almost immediately after they've
So
done.
there's no way they can do it here. They can marry here.
Because Appendix V restricts her from getting married or giving notice to marry as a visitor in the UK.
Okay, all right. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Thank you very much.
So to help you, you can just go onto Google and enter Appendix V, prohibited activities, and you see the list of things visitors cannot do when they are in the UK.
Okay, thank you. Thank you so much.
That's it. Yemfa baby.
Hello.
Baby, unmute yourself and ask your question.
My question is, me ba school, me the student visa me buy, and my school no. Na me kun so ne buy, me kun was the dependent. Nti immigration necessary na sayano. Na me adum me kun to me apply enya COS certificate no. Akase ye be apply for visas no. Now no I've been told by Dipa Bakumienu say me no me kunti me emfa me nka ho as an dependent because it said me ba school amanko. So I just wanted to know say ye betumi ayi sa na me kunni maka ho ana.
Okay, one co school no university notify home office ana.
Almost send the emails say no mugu so transfer me ba ma registration card.
Okay. See, Uka online now would the card and the details ni share prove your right to work. Does it generate that you are still here legally or it doesn't generate that for you?
And I mean try.
Please try that. Go online, go to Google and then enter prove your right to work and share code. You click that, then you enter your card. They ask you, do you have a biometric card? You click yes. Then they ask you to enter your card details. You enter that digit in the right-hand corner of the card. You enter it and you enter your date of birth. It will tell you whether you still have the right to be in the UK or not. If it says you don't have any right, it means you have become an overstayer. You cannot switch to depend on your husband. But if it's still valid, then that is a gray area we can explore. That's a great area we can. So do what I just asked you, and that will tell you whether your visa or your leave is still valid or the university have informed the home office and they have canceled your leave. That will let you know exactly where you stand.
Okay, all right. Medasipi, thanks so much.
You're welcome.
iPhone, please unmute yourself and ask your question. At this point, I said me cut questions and then I may find a binzo from chat room. Now, wrap it up this section. Hopefully next week, I will bring Ask the Lawyer program back on Tuesday. Hopefully, we will bring Ask the Lawyer program back on Tuesday so that we can have a regular legal section for people to ask their questions that they've got. So, iPhone, unmute yourself.
Hello.
Hi. iPhone, please unmute yourself and ask your question.
If I show me
Kasa, say iPhone, Kasa, Zoom user, Kasa.
Okay. But you're not person maybe say so when you made the dependence in the buy and my company they are willing to sponsor me. Maybe no man sure IELTS because my husband about school and I'm joining no. And see me mama no maybe any sponsorship. But me who say this a sure IELTS and I make it a degree already. Made me I na can be Eddie I'm an
Yes, I would quite agree. It's no longer NARIC, it's called ECTIS.
Ethics, okay.
Yes, I think you can do the ECTIS and then that should cover you for the IELTS.
Okay, thank you so much.
Please liaise with the COS, the sponsor, the provider of the service, and let them tell you specifically what you need. But I think your degree is more than enough for you to carry on to switch to the other section. Yes.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
As a holder of skilled workers visa, can I renew my visa by myself or it's impossible?
It is possible. It is 100% possible if you know the forms to use, the information to input, the way to respond to the questions, the submission, the uploading of your documents. It is 100% possible. There is no law which says you need a lawyer. You can do it yourself if you know your way around, if you know how to use the forms and everything.
Ebra PPI claims I was doing a bit of it, and there was this gentleman who was having about 3 different loans because he was running a care home. So he approached me and me chair no kwanya on fast. But me chair say the banks are very smart. They will ask you few questions. If you don't answer the questions right, they will tell you say you were aware of the loaner OJ say Omoma PPI because you were saying say you were not aware of the terms and conditions of the PPI that you took. So this man got the few information, he decided to apply for himself. And questions are banks nibusa, I don't know. No, Emani who said he was aware say or GPPI in can claims. Intimesre, a woman say who bet me aye by yourself there. But sometimes the lawyers understand the language better than yeah layman. No. Intimesre, always seek a legal help. Thank you.
Dana, let me add this the way. Obi a application there, Yebisa said, have you been refused a visa in the last 10 years? And then the second question was, have you ever been refused a visa? It sounds the same, but there are 2 different questions. Have you been refused a visa in the last 10 years? Or take it no. Have you ever been refused a visa? Or take it no. But he was refused a visa 15 years ago. And based on that, no, he was refused a visa again and banned for 10 years for not telling the truth. So the reading is one thing, the interpretation is one thing, the application is another thing. Thank you, Nana.
Yamfa Rita and Pure. Rita, unmute yourself and ask your question. If you want to Jones. Rita,
good evening.
Good evening.
Good evening.
Lawyer, that's a pane opportunity. Our my Yabaham Frayim, your left from right. Now, my question is, yes, you was skill visa in a diabake. Now, you buy any agency see we near a Juma my and ya 91 year agency be on my 1 or 2 shifts be. It's in the same we say, you bet many agents now, ye Jumana, ya hanging on with ye. Your my COS now said you say, yes, switch call a different agency. And your one question. The second one, so you say, my name, me dependent, but you buy no circle back to Ghana. It's the same who say, how many months no bit near D or Ghana? And Sana, Wabana, so bit near Ghana, start to say, your 5 years no be expire now, saying it's inside a honor. Mente as a participate much. How many months obet me no Ghana now was aba and I say obet me at now legally nany she na I don't need me question because say clarify man that's a
Yes, ma'am. The second question first. They be on to me now throughout the 5 years. So as a sort of an hour. Now, this is what I used to measure for Obia or Kromhano. So over citizenship application, they use 90 days in a year, which is 450 days in the last 5 years. And I always advise my clients, if you can, keep it to 90 days, sometimes for whatever reason, up to 100 days in the year, but it should be in and out. But and yes, Ghana for the full period of 5 years. And then the time this one on to me and renew the visa now. The other question was, can you have some extra time with another worker whilst you're hanging on to the sponsor? And this must be an agreement between you and the sponsor. So we're going to say yes, he will factor it into the because of the agreement between the two of them. That can also be agreed between the two of you. And this, I would advise, if you can switch totally and absolutely, then you know you are with a sponsor that gives you work. You have your pay slips, you have your rota. After 2 years, 3 years, or 5 years, you are sure you can extend your leave for your indefinite leave to remain.
All right. Ma yemfa nipa mienu and can maybe a question back also from chat room na fe this session about but as I promised on Tuesday next week I will have Ask the Lawyer show on this same platform, the same link now they buy, and join us again and I will have lawyer answering all your questions that you've got. Yemfa Jonas, I'm out of you. Jonas, unmute yourself and ask a question.
Yeah, yeah,
Joseph.
Yeah. My question is, me were indefinite. Me per se, me family back over 12 years. Me family numbra, but information me yan say once onu ni mami honu all this while ni mami wo full like full custody so me year custody and see our process I think next week on the court now one granting me full custody, but with my indefinite some granting full custody meant to me a very easy amami say me but now me naturalization now I have British passport and son and me apply some full custody because every year me call Ghana me feel say me apply for naturalization on application on a and I might be due to go to Ghana by next year. So me feel say me train me not custody no na me di number na ma call and I say which one is which one do you think is the best way forward?
Yeah, matter you the thing.
Oh yeah, me no more.
What I emotion can when we kiwo. Yeah. Obile Kaya mami mo ebawa ake okele baba. Even though I'm pay custody in hardware, ebawa few because it's an no any actual sole responsibility. The sole responsibility I try to fulfill all the decisions, education, maintenance, religious life, medical life, and everything. Let your no piano. Money your back in your mami mo eba work no piano. Custody is good. She care by here and Makake it's any what we more when my have a few pointers here and there. Puni afeni ehin. Oh no. Apart from that, whether you are British or you have indefinite is the same rule that governs both British citizens and those who have indefinite. The law is paragraph 297 of the immigration rules that governs bringing a child to the UK. Regardless whether it is British, whether it is indefinite, it is still the same rules. The most important thing is, it's a new tracker. You have sole responsibilities. That is where they can get you, but that is where we can talk and see how best to resolve and to help you sort it out. Okay. Now, the kind is our British our indefinite and found the same law now any share abufra or person or the As long as New Chrome had here is the same law, paragraph 297 of the immigration rules, and not any addition. Now, because I'm a one in my mentioned here, a bear didn't pass over because we have Papa no Chrome Hano, who now we decisions be say didn't call hospital, and you know a decision as in the call hospital. The would school our call now for our sorry our call. Would have another name I mean Ghana and to want to make us say who now we hear all the decisions, and that is difficult. Yes, custody order good, but in addition to that, no Niema getting kitty so as I say, yeah, and send us application now. A very successful thing. They see okay, wait me up for later now at the home common, and our bunny it's not here near China near SSN. Oh yeah, and in near SSN. Oh yeah. Nana, sorry about that, but I have to take it.
Thank you. Ajua, the question be at the chat room. Ajua, your question is very long, and I think you need a personal attention with lawyer for him to assist you. So please, I was willing to go through that, but I think try and get lawyer details now, and you know, and kasa. I hope say enum ebeboa. Mami emfa Alex. Mede Alex Bewie na nyame aduma next week. Yeah, so on Tuesday nyame aduma 8 p.m. to 9 p.m. I'm going to have Ask the Lawyer. It's going to be another time that you have opportunity to ask all your immigration questions here on the same platform, the same link I would buy and in Patricia and so. Yemfa Alex, please unmute yourself and ask your question.
Okay, but Madam, I say my mom who say me so me some question a very quick one and a short. Lawyer me pacho maybe a question will be beside that. Me invite me family member be baha ma oko on visitors visa. Na me bisa say so be the visitors visa ba na so kwa how long and obe stay away from the UK no to me as I apply on another visitors visa there ba.
There is no time limit. The only thing is Nipano should be seen to be living more outside than inside the UK.
Okay.
And so ABI example, Yamani Nipano 6 months visitors visa. Wabet now had 3 months. Wako for 1 week or some air back. Because you are more here than there. There is no time limit. And now Obaye Yamani 6 months. Wabet them 2 weeks, 3 weeks, 4 weeks, 1 month or call. Wako not gonna for a year or so, and I decide to come back. There is actually no time limit as long as they haven't breached the first conditions of coming and everything else is ticked correctly. They should be able to apply to come back to the UK. Not a problem with timeline at all.
Okay, thank you very much.
You're welcome. You're welcome.
All right, Lawyer, my last one will be from, this is going to be the last one.
Molash, is it Molash icon?
David.
All right.
Let's pick her. Molash, please unmute yourself and ask your question.
All right. Good evening, Wisdom. Good evening.
All right, go ahead, say.
All right. Naturalization. Now, my friend, the question is that let's say now I'm here free. My bank is now. It should be 3 months from each year for the span of the 5 years. And I'm just making start if that's true or not.
Me pacho, question is very clear and to answer to my why.
Okay, that is say maybe it's be a naturalization.
Okay.
Now my bank statement now made here for the period of 5 years now. The quality catcher is made down every year. They are making 3 months of every year. That is maybe July, January, yeah, it's March, and I said June, March, December of let's say 2018. Now I did the same thing for 2019. So I just want to verify, say correct that.
Well, I mean, why do you want to use a lot of bank statements when you can use P65, only 5 P60s, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, rather than a lot of bank statements?
Oh, okay. So you should P60 other than the money.
360 shows is for the whole year. It shows the way what now. So 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 360 covers all the bank statement, all the period you'll be adding a huge list of bank statements. Okay.
All right. Thank you. Thank you very much.
You're welcome, sir.
All right. Yo, abusia for Emre Emma Hokwan Emma Yang Hodi lawyer for a very long time. But I said me kind in Yame Aduma next week on Tuesday, UK time 8 to 9. Yeah, Central Europe time 9 to 10 and US time 3 to 4. Yes, I answer Ebeka lawyer on the show. Ask the lawyer. Na yeah, no, I just enkomo. Na oko chat room honso a me the link biato OT Media TV yen WhatsApp page and also say click a link and so I'll be me join it anytime be a baby show be ubit me any notification what me join it so ntino patch chat room on OT Media WhatsApp platform page click a link and so not join it lawyer mbacho ye bejo last words answer na ye bejo last word say ABA or show you so now any issue with your Taptap Send account but right after lawyer no maybe a breakout room 1 your customer service team will be there to assist you. So when we open breakout room 1, please join and go to breakout room 1. Customer service team will be there to assist you. Lawyer, we want to take your last words, your contact details. Na nyami aduma ya contact you later.
Oh, Maza, who can last words? This I send you be maybe more. Just
over by Tuesday, nyami aduma. Over by Tuesday.
Last words, need I just say old man be our will say
over.
All right. Well, thank you very much. The listeners, it's a pleasure. I know I have some very good people on board. I'm grateful. To me and some Oliver Quiz, Zoom user, excellent use. Bentu, etc. I hope that Nyami Aduma Tuesday we should be on the program. Please come back and make sure you come early so that your questions will be responded to as early as possible. I am more than happy to assist in every way I can within the provisions of the rules to make sure that if there are any changes coming up or if any changes come up, I am more than happy to let you have it. Wise Man Solicitors, I am Wisdom Akaho. And thank you. The details are Wise Man Solicitors, number 18 to 22 Ashwin Street, 8 to 9 The Print House, London, Dalston, Dalston Junction, near the Dalston Market, behind the McDonald's, telephone number is 0208 0165 384. 0208 0165 384. The mobile number is 07931 411 042. We are here to help and make it as simple as possible for you all. God bless. Nyanana, nyame, eya duma na odiyankwa echeyeng na se Yesu ama. Mejidi se ebnada yebe sign Asia. All my clients, all who are on the line, hello to you all, and I hope to see you very soon. I'm grateful. God bless. Nana, over to you. I yield back to you.
Yo. Lawyer Wisdom Akaho from Wise Smart Solicitors. And they were saying about the kind who education and come about UK immigration rules. Nyame Eyaduma Tuesday, we will bring him back again and on the same platform. Use the same link. How they and after joining on Tuesday, 8 p.m. to 9 p.m. We will exceed that time, 8 to 9, 1 hour section. It's going to continue on a weekly basis. Every Tuesday, we will have him from 8 to 9 on Tuesdays. And in sharing, so not joining every Tuesday, it will be Ask the Lawyer show. And the beam also chat room on the OT Media platform, WhatsApp platform, and so on. Day in, day out, should be a baby. We update you on there as well. And inti join here, I bring you should be a send your link. Ignia ya Kyle now sweat me a journey. Ye Daniel, ye ba a year ora David Kofi J or betina sitimuna or the a year Taptap Send focus section at the bro. Sounds na ye be a year breaker room 1. Uko breaker room 1 customer service team, Taptap Send customer service team, ebe honomo or mobile bow na any help be a uhiano or edit amount. Mamin ko na producer yemfa and krato emra. Enunechino, I'll be back.
Me did the young antechua, and maybe I'm discovered for Europe. I come a bush for Ghana. No, me used to Taptap Send. Taptap Send. No fee mobile money transfer. Aye easy, aye convenient, aye fast, and sounds so free. Won't you share? Me discover aye map him. Tap Send. Ain't also download the Taptap Send app no ever mobile phone so free. Na first ka come a bush for Ghana for na. Taptap Send. Papa no.
Are you ready for the ultimate property and lifestyle experience? Get ready for the Ghana Property and Lifestyle Expo 2023, coming to 2 exciting locations. Join us in London on the 11th and 12th of November, where leading reputable real estate developers will be waiting to meet you face to face. Be inspired by industry experts as they provide thought-provoking panel discussions and live Q&A sessions. And finally, mark your calendars for the 16th and 17th of December when the Expo lands in Accra, Ghana. Experience the vibrant lifestyle and rich culture of Ghana while exploring investment opportunities in the thriving real estate market. Our expo will also feature exhibitors ranging from banking and legal services to estate and property management. Get all the support and information you need under one roof. So whether you're looking to invest, visit or simply explore the world of real estate, the Ghana Property and Lifestyle Expo 2023 is the place to be. Don't miss out on this incredible opportunity. Book your tickets now via Eventbrite for the Ghana Property and Lifestyle Expo 2023. Dream it, live it. You don't want to miss out.
Dream it, live it, you don't want to miss out. All right. Sabri may be a year breaker room 1. Or any issue with regards to Taptap, it will pop up on your screen. Click join, it will take you to breaker room 1. Customer service team, or more Ebeboao. Sabri dear, me the show in David, Kofi, AJ, Enza. Dave, over to you.
Kwame, thank you so much. And also thank Lawyer for also coming in just in typical fashion, giving us a great show. Thank you. And Kwame, I see on best bet any last words. It sounds like a dirge. That's a so, but in all seriousness, everybody for coming. And at least I think that Kwame does a great job in picking issues in the community and